Welcome back, Daddies, to another episode of the Bad Dadvice podcast. Better than 75% of the other podcasts, according to Buzzsprout.
Nice.
Right? Is that factual?
Sure.
Sounds about right.
Didn't you guys send me that one time that were like,
There
we're
were
in
some
the top 25% because we have like so many followers and all the kind of
It
stuff?
wasn't Buzzsprout. I think it
Or
was
based on downloads or something like that?
Yeah, it was some other website, but I think we're probably better than that now.
Maybe.
In the top 25% of all podcasts in the world.
Yeah, which like think about how many people just like start a podcast. But a lot of them probably also don't stick
Hey,
with
speaking
it.
of in the world, how far do you guys think it is in miles around the equator?
187 nautical kilometers.
In miles.
Oh, fuck. I can't do the math on that.
I'm going to say, because we all know that I'm great at this, I'm going to say
800 billion miles.
150 million miles.
What the fuck are you talking about?
That's like, I think the moon is closer than
Did you
that.
say the Milky Way or the equator?
I think the moon is closer than that. Robo?
Oh man, I'm gonna say
Million
82,000 miles.
Yeah, it's only like 24 and some change thousand miles.
Wow. Yeah, but I'm pretty much spot on.
That was the tiebreaker trivia question last night that I was at, and we guessed 180,000 miles. We were not even close.
That's what I meant.
Last time I did
The
trivia,
Earth has lost some weight.
Last time I did trivia, it was
Slimming down.
it was Trivia Nation, and it was bullshit. But what they said was, it was like how many players are on the court in a volleyball game or something like that, and we said 12, and they were like, no, it's 6, and I was like, wait,
Incorrect.
I was like
6 on each team.
I was like, it's 12, and they're like, yeah, but we meant on one team, and I'm like, I don't care what you meant. Read the question. And I was like, they said, yeah, I'm sorry, we're not going to give you the points. I threw it back to the table. I ripped my paper and I didn't play anymore.
No, remember the trivia
You're
we
such a
went
child.
to? Remember the trivia we went to, Cardo? Cardo and I went to trivia one
I've
time.
never been back.
And it's like you literally like write your answer on like a little like whiteboard and you walk it up to him and you show him and the guy goes, yes. Or he goes, no. And so one of the questions was, what NBA franchise has the most championships?
I said the Celtics.
Okay, so it was the Lakers, and then the Celtics have won like twice since then or something like that.
Yeah.
And so we put Celtics. No, I'm sorry. It was the Celtics. Then it's the Celtics again now because the Lakers won the year before.
Year.
It was like the Lakers won.
COVID
and so
They had
we
the same amount.
And so we put Lakers, and the guy was like, "No, it's the Celtics." And then I literally Googled it, and at that time, this was probably a couple years ago, the Celtics and the Lakers had the exact same amount of championships. And I went up to him and I said, "Look, like they have the same." And he's like, "No, I'm sorry, that's not right."
I'm sorry, dude.
I was like, this is fucking bullshit."
And for that, I'm out.
And I've never gone back there. And that place, remember they had the beer that was like mixed with yellow Gatorade?
Oh, yeah.
It was actually pretty good.
That kind of sounds good.
It was surprisingly good.
Is that a color thing?
It wasn't as good though
You're loud.
as the beer from VooDoo Brew Pub.
You were yelling.
Yeah, dude.
Well, I get fired up when I talk about VooDoo Mama Brew. If you're not, I don't even know what I was about to say because this doesn't air live. If you're not listening to this live right now, it's probably because you're at VooDoo Brew Pub laughing your ass off at their third Thursday comedy night. We wish we were there.
We do.
We should have done
We're gonna
that.
go. We're
We
gonna
should
go
have done that
next
instead
month.
of this.
We'll do it next month. Too late of notice. You text
I
us.
think
You
I'm-
text us too late.
That's actually yesterday.
And when you drink your VooDoo Brew Pub, you only drink it out of the finest vessel.
The finest vessel in town on the interwebs, the Bierstick. Bierstick, 2 beers in just 2 seconds. In this Bierstick, I have 12 ounces of the finest empty calories that I will be downing as fast as I possibly can. Recycle.
If you want to stab dragon.
Oh, that was funny. I remember.
Let's run it back. Let's hear it.
No step dragon.
That's a good one.
Dude,
Crank up the volume on that. I need a higher volume.
Oh, that one's funny.
I definitely thought that clip was gonna like go
I
way
did
harder than it did.
Oh no!
I thought people would find that really
That was
funny.
a funny clip.
Side
Yeah.
note.
What are you
the
doing,
clip that we put up
Dragon?
for that, one of the comments that we got, it hurt my heart because the comment was just, "Bless your hearts."
Oh
And
man, that's a Southern
that
lady's
hurt.
way to say go
That
fuck
hurt.
yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I
And
think
listen.
no. Bless your hearts is. I thought that was tonality. Like it could mean anything.
No, she definitely meant us to go fuck ourselves. But listen,
Don't quit your day jobs.
we know that we're stupid. We know these things. We know
I'm
we're
literally an
idiots.
educator.
But that's the whole point of this. We did this because you look at all the dad podcasts and everybody got their thumb up their ass and they think they're hot shit and they know everything. And we know that we know nothing.
How
And
many
that's
other
okay.
dad podcasts have you watched?
A lot.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
At least 3.
I've watched 0.
Barstool used to
That's
have one that was
because
really
I'm the
good.
one trying to get us out there and like go on other people's podcasts.
We're trying to
and
learn,
do
man.
all
We're trying to
stuff.
learn.
Yeah, I'm not trying any of that. I don't even watch our clips anymore. I don't even listen to our podcast anymore. This is literally all I do.
Yeah, we know. Yeah, we know.
Show up and talk and drink beer and home.
If you want to put some faces to some names or see abs do that beer stick, check us out on YouTube. Also, if you want to get your own beer stick, it's promo code DADVICE, DADVICE at checkout. 20% off.
Yeah. And besides the beer stick, you can also go over there and get the old blue snorkel, the beer bro. We
that's
have
the new one.
Is that a
We've
new
got
one?
the new one on here. It's
Nice.
fresh. It's tight. It's tight like a Toiger. So yeah, this will fit on any receptacle, and it's basically a shotgun without the mess, no muss, no fuss, and it's great. And we found out the other day that the beer stick is quicker, but this is cooler. Let's be real.
Is no must no.
I think
fuss-
the beer stick is
Hold on.
cooler
Is no,
too.
yeah,
Is that
no
from something, or is this just like a thing that we've created?
I don't know what muss is. That's the problem.
He means
I
like
think-
mess.
Yeah.
Like no muss, no fuss.
I think
like,
it started because we realized like Cardwell flubbed it the first time he did it.
No, but I feel like I've heard people say that before.
No,
No,
he
beep boop.
flubbed it.
no muss, no fuss. Here you go.
He flubbed it.
Oh my gosh, that is fast.
that
Holy
was
shit.
Whoa.
That was a good one.
So we got a beer stick
it's the
in
new
2
one.
seconds.
It's the
We
new
got
one.
a
Wow.
new, we got a
Damn.
new beer snorkel. But you know, if you want to if you're like, look, I don't need all these fancy contraptions. I'm a red Solo Cup kind of guy.
Oh.
Well, guess what?
Well, we have a contraption for you.
We have a contraption for everybody on this show. And if you're a drinking paraphernalia or apparatus company and you want a podcast that is listened to by 92% men and mostly dads that are of weight that would be reasonable for drinking, hit us up. Because our next sponsor, our most recent sponsor, the Bro Coaster. Ready, set, drink. I almost said ready, set, bro. Bro. We have a
The coaster for bros.
the coaster for bro. It is a coaster that you can. It's a pressure plate coaster that'll time your chugs. And we have a challenge out there. If anyone can beat the PR for this podcast, which currently sits at 2.2 seconds,
We gotta
if you,
charge these things up.
if you send us a video of you doing it on a bro coaster out of a red Solo Cup, 12 ounces of beer, and you can beat 2.2 seconds on video, we will send you $100.
$100.
This is not a joke.
Personally, out
Cash
of the bank account.
money.
We've sent fans merchandise. We've sent fans
Beer
sticks. We've sent fans, I think, a Visa gift card, right?
Amazon
Amazon gift card.
gift card.
Amazon
We have
gift
given
card.
our fans plenty of loving.
It's only a matter of time before we're selling feet pics too. I don't know.
And if you want to get your hands on one, just grab a
If
bro
they pay.
coaster. Grab a bro coaster. Do a chuggy. 2.2 seconds. In every episode, we do a new one. So that 2.2 is only 2.2 until we beat it. And we're going to attempt to beat it right now.
Right
Check
here,
it. If
right
you
now.
want to see how it works, check it out on the YouTube. Ryan Roberson is going to flub his way down to the floor, and he's going to attempt to break his own PR, the show PR of 2.2 seconds, 12 ounces of beer out of a red Solo Cup. Now. How did that look? It's a little slow? That was good.
2.4.
2.4. Oh, man, you missed that audio clip. It was hysterical.
That was a good one.
You didn't hear it, though, because you didn't have your headphones
You
on.
don't have your headphones on? Let's.
Sorry, I'm over here trying to promote product.
That's cool, dude.
Just trying to push paper.
Cardwell clearly listened to the last episode because
Yeah,
he
he
is
did.
satisfying all of our desires.
He did.
Are you gonna tell me what the clip was?
Duval.
Oh, I love that.
This is where you go. Like, if you want to check out VooDoo Brew Pub, it's in the heart of
Duval.
San Marco.
wow.
We all got to
That's
learn how to
great.
do the eyebrows.
Duval.
Oh, that's good, man. Jags are going to be rough this year.
Oh yeah,
The
they are.
team.
They're going to be rough.
The community. Duval. Man, that guy. Yeah, they really are, man. That young kid GM, he came in and he's just like
Who didn't they get rid of? They
Clean
got rid of
house,
Kirk, right? Christian Kirk's
Christian
gone?
Kirk's
Yeah.
gone.
Christian Kirk is
Evan
gone.
Ingram's gone.
Yeah, Ingram gone. Yeah.
The center retired.
Yeah, but I think they brought in maybe not a center, but I don't know what they're. I mean, it's like if you're gonna try.
It ain't gonna be good.
I get it. Like if you come in and you say, "Hey, look, we're not gonna win the Super Bowl," so like why even try? I agree with that, but you just paid Trevor Lawrence
A bunch
like
of money.
he's the highest paid quarterback in the league. Well, like, not anymore. I think Josh Allen is, but like
I'm not so convinced that they're not going to get rid of him.
yeah.
Like this new coach is in, new GM's in. Like if they don't like
Well, it's
Trevor
like-
Lawrence,
How long do you sit around waiting to see if he's going to be the guy?
He was for 1 year, and it was such a great year.
he's dude.
Well, it was actually the defense.
Was it last year or was it the year before where he just like overthrew
That's
To,
2
like,
years ago.
end the season like 3 balls in a row? It's like
yeah.
he threw them away. He didn't even. You're like, yo, you know the game's over.
And wasn't that after they started 9-0 or whatever and then lost
Yeah.
8 straight?
Yep.
I mean, we're Dolphins
They did
fans.
not start 9-0.
No, they won a few in a row, and then they lost a lot.
It was like
9-0.
It was something like reckless.
Like me and Robo are Dolphins fans, and that's rough in its own way. But like being a Jags fan, I see it. Like just being local, it's worse. I mean, it's
Oh,
rough.
yeah.
I mean, it is like at least the Dolphins have like, hey, we went undefeated, and like they win every once in a while, and like the owner's like does everything he can to make splashes in free agency. When was the last time like the Jags like had like a big free agent like?
I'll tell you what.
guy.
Nobody
there
wants to
was
come
nothing.
here.
There was nothing worse than early 2000s Lions. There was
Yeah.
nothing to be happy about. Like we had the Ford family was making all the decisions, and they fucking sucked. at it.
Haven't the Lions never been to a Super Bowl or?
Never.
I don't
Yeah.
know if there's anything worse than the Urban Meyer Jaguars. That might have been
Yeah.
the worst
Vibes were low.
representation of football I've
I
ever seen.
thought that
Yeah.
it was. I thought the media was like over exaggerating like everything, and like they had. It was Urban Meyer was like getting like grinded on by some chick in like a bar, and I'm like,
in Cleveland.
In
or something.
Cleveland.
I'm like,
He
you know,
stayed behind.
I said, no, I said like they're overreacting. Like there's no way that this is this bad. And then you look and you're like, oh no, Urban Meyer, no, he's not no, this is actually real. Like he's pretty terrible. And then you go like, well, why was he great at Florida? It's like he had Tebow and Tebow held it all together, but like otherwise they had like a bunch of murderers on the team.
Yeah.
Like it was kind of crazy who was on that team.
But I think
Yeah.
it's also like with the college kids, it's like that little like fear coach thing of like
It works
you
with
know,
college. Probably
right.
not anymore, though, because some of those kids
Yeah.
might be making just as much as the coach now.
Well, right, it's probably, which is why Urban Meyer's not.
Or if
back in
they
coaching.
don't like you, they'll just transfer.
I think that's why
100%.
why
Like-
Bill Belichick might actually be able to coach. Like he's at
North Carolina.
UNC,
Carolina,
right? He's
yeah.
at UNC. I think he might be a good college coach because it's becoming a professional organization.
Yeah.
So it's like if he's like, yo, give me a salary cap and like I'll go pay the players and like I can negotiate the deals and get rid of them. And like when he coached the Patriots, it was always I don't overpay for players. I'll pay for players when they're good. I'll pay you for performance or whatever. I know my X's and O's. I'm a defense first coach. Like I could definitely see and like haven't they had a couple of good
And, like,
quarterbacks go through there recently?
Belichick was
Drake
like
May.
Drake May.
Yeah.
Well, they had somebody was
wasn't
Trubisky.
Sam Howell?
Wasn't Trubisky?
Sam Howell,
Was
yeah.
he UNC?
Yeah.
Trubisky was UNC.
Trubisky was UNC.
Yeah. They've had good quarterbacks.
Who's the other one? There's another
Yeah, I
one.
think Trubisky was UNC.
Yeah, and Caleb Presley was there, right? Is that UNC? Caleb Presley and Trubisky
No.
were on the same team together?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, they definitely were. Was it UNC?
I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know.
We'd have to
Yeah.
fact check that.
Yeah, we have
Somebody
to
fact check it. But yeah, I think that's why I think Belichick's going to be successful. I think he's going to be able to come in and like run it like a professional organization.
And like
and
Belichick,
the portal is like free agency.
Yeah,
I mean, it's-
Belichick was like famous for like getting rid of people right before they got bad.
right?
It's like, why'd you just release your?
Like Wes Welker.
Yeah, well, like, why'd you just release like your fucking middle linebacker who's an All Pro and Pro Bowler? It's like, yeah, he's gonna suck,
Yeah,
and like he sucked.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
And the Dolphins are the best at signing those guys.
Right.
We're on Cincinnati.
We're on Cincinnati.
On Cincinnati.
Did you see the interview of Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, and the interviewer goes, "So T, how does it feel to be paid well but be the wide receiver too?"
And Jamar went
And
off. Right?
Jamar was like 1A. That's what Jamar said, and it's like, well,
1A. Then what are you, Jamar?
so he's like implying that he's 1B, I guess, right? Just trying to like hype his guy up. But it's like, all I thought about was, if I was T. Higgins, I'd be like, bitch, I'm making $30 million a year, and you drive a Toyota Corolla. Shut the fuck up, dude.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I think
I can be wide receiver 8. I don't care. I'll make it $50 million a year. Who cares?
I think we need to clip that interview and play it like right before the fantasy draft, so that Mac takes T. Higgins over Jamar Chase.
He's 1A.
He's 1A, Mac. He's 1A.
Dude,
Brooks. Kyle Brooks.
Mac, the current champion,
The fucking champ.
the reigning champ, is notorious for overpaying for T. Higgins. I think he's going to do it again. He just got paid, dude.
He just got paid.
Speaking of Mac, by the time this episode comes out, he's gonna be getting real close to being a new daddy.
Oh, he might
They
be
do. They have an induction date. I know that. So they're in the next. I think it's within the next like 3 weeks or something like that. He's guaranteed to be a father within the next 3 weeks.
What's the actual due date? It was like
April
5th,
5th, I
right?
believe.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing in Jacksonville, I just saw on 904 Happy Hour next week, Hulk Hogan's going to be at Daly's.
I did see that.
like Daly's the gas station.
Yeah, like
he's
promoting his
the
beer.
real American beer.
Not Daly's place.
No, Daly's
No,
gas
a
station.
gas station.
He's just gonna be at a gas
But
station.
the one like not near here. It's not that close to here.
I don't know which one it is.
There's a lot
I
of
think
them.
it's the one over on Greenbrier Road. They're all in Duval.
Dude, that company is one of the biggest like private companies
Daly's?
in Jacksonville. Dude, it's like a private company make like billions of dollars. It's crazy.
Their food's also great.
I get
Great.
10 cents off a gallon at
Bro,
Daly's.
I gotta put a little bit of I gotta have a hot take here.
I've never actually eaten there.
Hot take, okay? Anybody that says a gas station's food is great and is not talking about Buc-ee's,
Yolks with salmon.
just get the fuck out of here, dude. Just get the fuck out. All right? It's a
That's
gas
interesting.
station.
I don't
bro.
know. I don't know though. Cardwell, I would argue that of the four of us, Cardwell goes to the fanciest dining establishments.
Without a doubt.
like 100%. Like he is like he doesn't really know much about it, but he is a foodie, I think.
Right, but I know food.
No, 100%. 100%.
Listen.
I eat
100%.
it.
No, I know
Listen,
food.
I literally
Cardwell goes to the fancy places where like your steak comes out and it's this big.
I literally
Okay.
No, I have
I'm
levels.
going-
There's levels to the shit.
I'm going to Longhorn Porterhouse for $2, baby.
I know what I'm getting when I go to a gas station. So on
gas.
a gas station food
Fuel.
scale, they're great.
Okay,
As
but
compared to who?
Okay,
Like
well,
they're probably they're
first
definitely
of all,
behind Buc-ee's.
First of all, you said the food is great. You did not qualify that with for a gas station.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Because
I'm-
in that case, yes, it's probably better than a 8-day-old taquito. Okay,
it's probably better than crystals that were left out on.
it's
the
not
porch.
better than Wawa.
but
It's
like
probably
that's
not better than Buc-ee's or Wawa.
it's on
Yeah.
par. It's on par with Wawa.
people love Wawa. They love
not
they
better
love
than Buc-ee's
they
or
love
Wawa.
Dailies.
not better than Buc-ee's.
Or Wawa.
But
It's
I
on
got to be
par-
honest.
It's on par with Wawa.
I got to be honest. Since Buc-ee's
crazy.
came down there, I haven't been to Wawa once. I used to hit Wawa on the reg, but
dude, it's a gas station.
gas
guys.
station.
I mean, come on,
Buc-ee's is more than that.
It's, guys, this
baby.
Yeah.
this is crazy. Okay.
Buc-ee's is a fucking mall that happens
Yo,
to have
I've-
200 gas
I've-
pumps. at it.
Fresh brisket on the
I
broad.
fucking love Buc-ee's, dude.
It's pretty good.
Beef jerky. Oh,
Buc-ee's nuggets. I mean, like, yeah. Look, I can't slander Buc-ee's, but also, the food isn't like that great. I mean, it's like it's the Buc-ee's
Oh,
food.
dude, no.
The Buc-ee's
Their
food-
breakfast burritos, dude, are
The
fire.
the Buc-ee's food rises above the level of just like it's good for a gas station. It has some good options, some good food. Also has some options that's like not that great, but it is good food, not just for a gas station, but has some good food. But if I'm like, hey, do I want to go to a restaurant that I like, or do I want to go to Buc-ee's? Like if I lived 2 miles away from either a Buc-ee's or a restaurant, I'm not going to Buc-ee's over another restaurant, even if it's just like Applebee's.
let's do a little.
Oh, I'd go to Buc-ee's over Applebee's.
Let's do a little
No.
dad time.
Applebee's is doing 50-cent wings pretty soon.
What about
Yeah.
Chili's? How about Chili's? I mean, Applebee's a little.
I fucks
With
with
Chili's.
Chili's,
I'll
bro.
fuck some Chili's up,
Oh,
dude.
fuck.
Let's
with
do a
Chili's, dude.
little
Oh
dad
my
tie-in
God.
here. If you're on a road trip
Road trip.
and you're like in that mode where like you got to get the kids out of the car, you see a Buc-ee's. That's a grade A spot.
It's
What
also
road trip are you on that you see a Buc-ee's?
Well,
every time I go south.
Yeah. St. Augustine.
You're stopping in Daytona, like when you're heading south.
There's one in St.
Yeah.
Augustine,
You can't make
Daytona,
it.
and Vero
Yeah.
on the way to West Palm.
Oh, I didn't know there was one in
yeah.
Vero.
So shut the
I
fuck
never
up.
go- I
And if
never
I'm gonna
that
go to
way.
Orlando,
Yeah,
I
bitch.
When I go, sometimes when I go down south, like to Orlando or whatever, or even like Tampa or whatever, I stop at the Buc-ee's in St. Augustine and the one in Daytona.
you just called us out.
Need a
You
little-
Yeah,
literally-
dude.
Shut up.
That's also why you're breathing in the microphone.
Well, I was thinking about road trips. Like, I don't count going south.
But-
if you're not leaving Florida, I don't count it as a road trip.
How long does it take to get to Key
you're
West?
not
I went
leaving- if
I
you're
went
not
on a
leaving
road
the-
trip today for work.
If you're not leaving the state, I don't count it a road trip.
That's weird. That's a weird line in the sand you just drew there. But the one thing about Buc-ee's that you got to be very careful is those are the type of places that human trafficking happens. Just to be very clear, that like there's a in
Oh man.
in St. Augustine, it's Buc-ee's, Bass Pro Shop,
and Costco.
and Costco.
And Costco.
It is an absolute zoo madhouse crazy.
And
That's the
very
type
convenient
like,
to the interstate.
That's the in right next to it, and every single Buc-ee's is right next to an interstate. Those are the places that are the most like high alert, red alert for human trafficking. You have to be very alert in those situations.
for
because-
sure. And on that note,
So, anybody got any updates?
Yeah, I've got an update.
Oh boy, do I have an update for you.
Somebody give me a mother flippin' update.
So you went into that. Speaking of human trafficking, we got to talk about some updates.
Did Landon get human trafficked?
Is Landon missing?
no, he's good.
Do we,
Okay,
need to
well-
do we need to put out an Amber Alert for Landon? Is he okay?
Does your
I wanted
update
to-
does your update have anything to do with human trafficking?
No,
even
no,
if
I
it's
wanted-
Or
related?
Buc-ee's.
Or Celine Dion?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to build the anticipation there. It was like a cliffhanger. Everybody's sitting there like,
No,
wait,
I
what?
think
What
I
was
think you weren't here last week, and you got a lot of shit you got to talk about, and we were taking up a lot of time, and you didn't like it.
It's true.
That's what it was.
That's exactly what just
I
happened.
think
No.
that's what it was.
I think you're trigger happy.
That's exactly what just happened.
You played a
And
lot
if
of
you-
sounds.
And if you want us to go play cards back here
No.
while you talk about all this stuff you got to talk about, we'll do that.
No, I'm excited to hear y'all's updates. That's all. it was.
No, you're not. I really don't have anything.
you said you already listened to the podcast, like you're excited to hear our week updates.
Yeah, I haven't seen you guys.
What's happened in the last 7 days?
What's happened in the last 3 weeks for you?
So to be
Not a
clear,
lot.
there was no tie-in to updates with human trafficking.
No, I mean it's bad.
You just said
No, it definitely is bad. No, it is definitely bad. Did they ever confirm if Wayfair was
Speaking of St. Patrick's Day, it's coming up.
there's no
coming
holiday.
up? It's coming up.
There's no holidays at all like St. Patrick's Day that you can.
Did they ever figure out if Wayfair was human trafficking people?
I think, dude,
Like, like it was like all the furniture was like
I mean, all of a
people's-
sudden, those
I told
dressers
you.
are all gone.
I told you about that.
Yeah, did they ever confirm or deny that?
I remember when I told you about that you were like, dude, no, it's not. And I was like, look it up right now. Google it
yeah,
right
and
now.
then it was like, and then it got like, the dresser's name is like the Sarah. That's a strange name for a dresser.
yeah.
and it's like $8,000.
Dude, I
Yeah.
saw a video on social media. Apparently, over in like I don't remember if it was like Thailand or something like that. In women's one of the ways they were doing like human trafficking in women's restrooms, like in the stalls, they were having like false walls. And like when the woman goes in there to use the bathroom, the wall just opens and they just grab her and she's gone. And,
While she's
and there's
taking
like
a shit.
yeah.
Girls don't
Are you
shit.
sure this isn't on like some?
This seems made up.
Hold on, is
This
this on
seems-
the Onion? Is that where you read that?
No.
the chive?
Look it up.
I'll look it up. I've never heard of it, but I mean, like that's crazy. It's crazy, but it does sound like an Onion article.
Could you imagine just like waiting for your wife to come out of the bathroom and she's done coming out of the bathroom?
Yeah, that's weird. But usually they wouldn't do that to a person.
I
who's
usually
like-
don't wait for her to come out of the bathroom. Like if we go to Buc-ee's, I wouldn't even know if Janie got fucking stolen because I'm like brisket sandwich, gotta get some candy, gotta
That's
get some,
why,
some
dude.
Buc-ee's nuggets. I'll be like, man, she's taking a big old shit. Let me
That's-
go get some beef jerky,
Bro.
All right, I'll just wait in the car. She never
That's
comes
that's
out.
why
The
that's why
clothes
it's,
are also pretty
but
dead.
that's
yeah,
why
they
it's
do.
so serious. Is like you go in there with like a 10-year-old or 8-year-old. You don't feel like you have to hold their hand. But
Yeah.
like you turn your back and like you're in there because you could be in Buc-ee's, like you go to the bathroom, you're in there for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. By the time you realize, you're like, oh, I thought they went to the car. You go to the car, they're not there, and they're like 20 minutes down the road, you're fucking screwed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like it's absolutely terrifying, and It's very real. Like human trafficking is very real. Speaking of that, the Buckman Bridge has some bad traffic.
That was actually a really good.
I don't get it.
That's a local.
The Buckman Bridge does have bad traffic.
We need some less human traffic. You know what I mean? Get some automation going.
We need express lanes there too.
Let's get some bots.
All right. Dude, updates. Honestly, I don't really have much. I've really enjoyed this spring break. I've really enjoyed my spring break.
Played some golf.
Went out in St. Augustine for St. Patrick's Day. I've been sending Kennedy to daycare.
No friggin' holiday like St. Patrick's.
Oh man, I was tore up, dude. I was tore up.
You got to go to the TPC. You got to go.
I went to TPC. Yeah. Shout out to Trey's friend. What's his name?
Mitchell Ragsdale.
Shout out Mitchell Ragsdale. Shout out to you, Mitch.
I think he knows your brother. They went to high school together.
That's crazy. I don't know. Okay. I'll have to pull up I'll pull out a yearbook. See if I can find him.
It'd be funny if like Abs is like, oh yeah, I don't know him, but like Mitchell or whatever his name was had Abs' name saved in his phone. Like, oh yeah, just text it to Abs. Yeah, I got it.
Did I tell you there was one time, speaking of people who say they know me, but maybe it was my brother. There was a post on because St. Johns County is looking for a new superintendent, and everybody thinks that my dad is going to be the next superintendent. And I saw his Facebook post of
Nepo
like,
baby.
It was like, oh, who's gonna? Oh yeah, dude, for sure, 100%. I don't even deny it. They're like, oh, who's gonna be the next superintendent? And one comment was like, oh, I heard it's gonna be Mr. Abitinozi, blah blah blah, all this stuff. And then like and then a bunch of people like comment on that like, oh, I hope not. Like, he's a great guy, but like he couldn't handle it. And like all these people were like saying that he couldn't do it. And like I wasn't drinking. Had I been drinking, I would have been commenting on all these things. But one girl was like, oh man, I really hope he doesn't get it. And it was like, I went to school with his son, and I just don't think he could handle it. And I wanted to comment on that and be like, bitch, I don't even know you, so shut up.
I thought you were gonna say something like somebody commented on it and said, I hope not. He's a shitty PE teacher right now.
I also ran it. I was out on St. Patrick's Day. Ran into some people, like just complete strangers, and I don't know, somehow it came up and they were like, oh yeah, we moved here from here, we live over in the World Golf Village. I was like, oh, I used to live in the World Golf Village, and like we live in this neighborhood. I was like, oh, I used to live in that neighborhood. And they were like, oh, what do you do? I was like, I teach. All the kids that live in that neighborhood go to my school. And they're like, oh, what's your name? I'm like, oh, I'm James Abitinozi, I'm the PE coach or whatever. And they're like, our daughter's in your class.
At the bar?
At the bar.
Drunk as a
skunk.
skunk.
I wasn't yet, but I took a selfie with the mom and they sent it to the daughter.
That's funny.
Yeah. So that was pretty fun. Can't wait to see that girl next week. I was all your mom drinking beers with your mom.
I just imagine you are very trigger happy today.
Oh my god.
You
nice. That was good.
I just imagine Ab's mouth like completely stained green, like on like his like the
no green beer, no green beer.
Yeah, he's got like a green mustache.
And he's like, oh, it's nice to see you. I teach your daughter at my school. We're doing dodgeball. I just
can't call it dodgeball.
I'm gonna say green beer. Green beer is the worst part of St. Patty's Day.
Hangovers.
That's not St. Patty's Day. That's the day after.
It's true.
Well, I guess that's true. What else? I went to Best Bet this morning. Won $225. Went golfing this afternoon. Probably took about 225 strokes, man. It was great. It was awful. Worst round of golf in a long time. Windy as hell.
Yeah.
It's windy here in Duval.
Anything about your child?
No, honestly, not that much. I've been sending her to daycare. I really haven't even seen her that much. It's crazy. What's up with you guys? What's up?
I'm gonna defer my time like I'm a senator at a Senate hearing.
Oh, I didn't know you were allowed to do that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna defer my time to Cardwell.
I want to do that too.
No, you used your time.
Already went.
Nope, I defer mine to Cardwell.
No, you've used your time.
You already went.
Deferred.
Robo, what would you care to mention?
Nothing too crazy. Riley is starting to like move really quickly now. So like she was always a little bit farther behind than Blake as far as like they were both walking at the same time, but Blake started like running first, and Riley was always just like slow and methodical. Riley's like running all over the friggin' place now. Other than that, nothing.
So you're getting your steps in, trying to go chase him.
Yeah, no, I've been working. So
how's her eye? Is it like it's noticing like improvements or like?
Yeah, so it's much better.
better.
Yeah, it's much better. It'll never be like fully functional because there's no nerve there. But the redness on the inside from when she had the surgery's pretty much completely gone. But so her eye, she can't control it out per se.
Right.
But like it does have a slight more movement like out towards her shoulder, which is kind of cool. And we noticed that 3 days after the surgery.
Nice.
Like Emily like went to the side of her and she like kind of like followed her with her head a little bit, but then her eye actually kind of like floated out that way, which was kind of cool.
Nice.
Yo, we got to get.
Was there a name for that or no?
For what?
For that eye thing? Was there like a medical name for it?
Yes. There is.
Right. It's called RRS, Riley Robertson syndrome.
No, it's called Duane syndrome.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah,
So I just wanted to get for the audience that doesn't know. So it's Duane syndrome, and then the other one that you dealt with was torticollis.
Tour de France.
The race in France.
Yeah.
And that was both Riley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they said that the torticollis probably stemmed from the eye thing. So it was like her body just like naturally would go one way.
Yeah.
So like every time she would sleep,
Because she couldn't see.
No, it was just like when she's sleeping and stuff, like because because her body was always like turning one way to like compensate for it.
Yeah.
Isn't the torticollis a muscular thing? Isn't like it's like a muscle?
It's
the neck muscles get tight.
It's a tight neck muscle right here, which then causes like a flat spot on the head.
I think I wake up with torticollis sometimes. Sleep funny. Got torticollis.
No, you just hung over.
No, I think it's torticollis.
I do sometimes like get like my neck in a weird position when I sleep, and if I do that, I wake up with such a bad headache.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
oh
bro.
my God, dude, I'll wake up with a blistering headache, and it's all just my neck. It's like neck pain.
Before you go, we gotta get B-Day back on the pod because
Whoa, what a story!
That's a
dude. I talked with him. I mean, it was like an hour. We were talking on the phone, and he was telling me about their labor and delivery story. It is a wild
Well,
one.
B-Day, for those listeners that might remember, he was the runaway bride. When they got married, he went viral for his bride running away with the wrong person. And not only that, he's a white guy. She ran away with a black guy. So it was like even funnier.
It was crazy.
Just a random guest at their wedding. So he came on to talk about that story. And I think we like really didn't let him even talk that much. We kind of just had a regular.
He was a little nervous.
Yeah,
we had like a regular podcast, and he was just having a
We
beer.
were just hanging out talking with the boys.
B-Day's our buddy.
and like B-Day's actually like really fucking funny too.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
if you just like let him talk, he's
funny.
like really funny.
So maybe we asked him to come back and then like let him talk.
We should,
Dude.
Yeah,
I
that'd be
feel
cool.
I feel like I already know the story because he wrote a absolute
Oh no, dude! It's
story
crazy. It's
on
more than
Facebook.
that. It's more than what. It's more than just. It was crazy.
I don't know anything, so don't spoil it.
Oh yeah,
I don't have the
spoilers.
Facebook.
No spoilers. But yeah, other than that, only thing I got is I am down 22 pounds
Hey,
in like
congratulations. Give him
like a little over 3 weeks.
I think after
to fuck you.
Oh, nice, nice. Those are all the ladies once they see you.
If you want to see how skinny he's looking, check him out on YouTube. Check those things out.
I got to figure it out. Once spring break's over, I'm getting back on it. So it's starting next week. I'm getting back on it.
Yeah,
I got a cruise coming up in 3 months. I got to get it right. Maybe I'll do Insanity again. Yo, put in the comments if you want me to do Insanity again. If I need 4 comments, we need 4. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it because like you 3 plus 1, right? Because you know I ain't commenting.
Hedge your bet.
I need 4 comments that say, "Do it."
On what? On what platform?
All the
It
above.
doesn't matter.
No,
On any just 4 combined
4 comments from separate users. Can't be 4. Can't be like Robo on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram and wherever else we are. 4 comments. I'll do it again.
Nike. Just comment Nike.
Yeah, nice. I'll do it.
We'll do it live. Fuck it.
I will do it.
I like
Yeah,
that.
I'm shredding for the Jamaica trip.
Yeah, man.
When is
You had to
that?
get a
I
speed
like
up?
to see shake your tail feather.
End of April.
Yeah, man. Is that Jamaica? What is it?
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah.
Do your best. Do your best.
No, I can't right now.
Abs don't want to get
I love
canceled.
you see the guy that's like the guy on YouTube is like the white guy that has like the Jamaican. He like
Yeah.
asks the people for like advice on his like relationships. Oh man, that is funny. I love that. And then like, doesn't Chet Hanks also do that? Like Chet Hanks, Tom Hanks' son, does
really?
like he talks the way that I talk.
I think
Just
he.
now.
Yeah, I'm
I
on.
think.
That's how Chet Hanks talks.
I think
he grew up
I think
in
he's like a
Jamaica.
reggae artist.
Yeah, man. My name Chet Hanks.
I think
my
he's
dad,
like. Yeah, I think
my
he's
dad
like
was
a reggae
Forrest
artist.
Gump, man.
My dad's Woody.
My dad played a little animated.
My dad's Sully.
My dad played the monster in the Monsters Inc.
Yeah, I think he's like.
Did he?
I think he's like.
I don't know.
I think he's like a reggae artist or something.
No, he didn't. No, not that Sully. The Sully that flew the airplane, you fucking idiot.
No, man. I don't watch those videos, man.
The Sully that landed the plane in the Hudson, bro.
Yeah, man. That's my dad, man.
Wilson! That's a different movie.
My dad was stuck on an island. Best friends of volleyball.
Yo, Tom Hanks has done a bunch of shit. Shout out to you, Tom Hanks, man.
Dude, he's the best.
But if Tom Hanks came on this podcast, it would ruin our lives.
I love when people put like on the trash can, like where it says thanks, they put like T, and then they put like a dot, like T Hanks. You ever seen that
No.
that meme?
No.
I actually played
You ever
baseball.
seen that meme?
I played baseball with a guy named Tommy Hanks.
Cool.
That's it.
Okay.
Great story.
That's it. That's it.
All right. The reason we're stalling is we know that this next story is going to be an epoch. It's going to be, similar to Gulliver's Travels.
It's not that bad.
We will turn it over for Cardwell's update.
Oh, my kid got sick.
Oh, all right. So anyway, what's up with March Madness, you guys?
Yeah.
Dude, I still have a perfect bracket as of right now.
Yeah, like 6 games in.
All right, seriously, let's hear about it.
Woo. But before I get started, this
Christ.
weekend, shout out little Nicky Miller, Bo Miller. It's his birthday this weekend.
Hey, shout out Bo Miller. Are you guys going to the bowling alley?
Yeah.
That's during nap time, but I might swing by and have a beer with Bo.
His
He's
kid had what was the medical condition that he had?
He had impetigo.
Impetigo. And that's not a Pokemon. That's a real disease.
What is that?
It's a bacterial skin infection.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
He sent the picture.
It was gnarly, dude. But yeah, he
Like flesh
I guess
eating, like it was fucking him up.
But he had some kind of sore, and then he split his chin open, and kids are just always doing all this, so he probably just rubbed bacteria all into it, and it was gnarly. It was. I hope it's. I think it's not the same thing as hand, foot, and mouth, because hand, foot, and mouth is viral, but it's related to it. It's a similar. It looks kind of the same, but crustier.
Kids are just covered in germs and all kinds of nastiness.
Yeah, they are. So, I told you guys that I was starting after the birthday. We were starting daycare, and
Put your hands up, because it's time to talk daycare.
couldn't get through that without hitting that.
That's not the one I thought you were gonna press, but
Oh, I mean, well, with daycare, I mean, obviously comes.
I think we need to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
game time.
Yeah,
Just run through more.
Carlos gonna have a 10-minute story with 5 minutes of clips.
Sick kid.
So,
By the way, that is a real toilet flush. Cardwell did not know that you could put a sound over a video clip, so he recorded himself saying that next to a toilet flushing.
that sounds professional.
That's how good we are at podcasting. He is a method
sounded right.
actor. He's a method
I
actor.
am.
That's like in the old days how like you had to like how you got your ringtone. You had to like a song played on the radio. You had to
record
kids
it.
don't fucking get it, man. You had to hold your Motorola Razor up.
How
to
about
the
how about even
radio.
before that when you had like a phone like a recorded message at your home phone, and you would record it and people would like have like music playing and they would do that all live and like mix it all together at once.
Dude, how about ringback tones?
I don't remember a ringback.
I don't know what
tone.
that means.
Oh, is that like when you call
like when
somebody
you
that-
call instead of it ringing, it's like playing a song?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool too.
Oh,
Why'd they
man.
get rid of that?
I don't know. That's so much
kind
better.
of cool.
I mean, I'd much rather listen to Jesse's Girl than ring, ring.
But didn't it sound kind of shitty?
Yeah, but it's like 2025 now. That was 2005.
Yeah. It makes me every time I think of like those like
was a friend.
Yeah.
cell phone like tone, I just think of Crazy Frog. I feel like everybody had Crazy Frog.
Ding ding. Ring 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 ding ding.
See, I'm more of a,
No, that's what does the fox say?
No.
yeah.
you transition.
I'm more of a Squirtle saxophone kind of guy.
I know the meme, but I don't know if I know the song.
Yeah. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I remembered it. It's
That's. I don't think that's Squirtle.
That's not doing it.
saxophone.
That's not doing
That's
it
it.
for me. That's not doing it.
You got to
for me.
watch the video. It's great. So anyways,
By the way, Cardwell has been
Yeah.
going around talking. I need you to tell the audience this fucking thing. Cardwell's been asking everybody about this obscure meme or like this obscure YouTube video. Oh my god, yawn harder. There's an obscure YouTube video from his childhood that he claims that everybody knew. Right? Is that everybody knew this video, and like every time he describes it, he goes, you heard this, you know what I'm talking about. And every single person I've ever seen him describe it to is like, I've never fucking heard of that. Not even like a reference to it ever in my life. And then he goes, back where I was from, it was really popular. And I'm like, I'm from where you're from. Robo's from where you're from. Have you explained this
What
to
was
Robo?
it? I haven't heard of this.
What's the meme?
it's the.
It's not the Tiny Watters, is it?
No, it's that.
It's a whittle
Remember,
watter.
it was the gecko, and it was the.
I
voice-
just,
the
threw those out
voiceover.
yesterday.
Hold on. Let's just set this up. You're talking about something from when you were in high school,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
So back in
Or
like
maybe middle school.
A
I don't know.
gecko.
middle
It
school.
was like a video of a gecko, and it was a voiceover of a guy tripping acid in a closet, and he's like, what's some of the stuff he says? Not my chair, not my problem. That's what I say. And he's like, what do you, Mr. Captain Tying Knots? Fuck you. He's like, Mr. Walkway, Mr. Walk down the walkway.
I think this video has 800 views.
No, it's not.
I never heard of
I'm gonna
this.
find it.
I literally have never heard of this video. It's not like I've been on the internet a long time,
Yeah, you
and
have.
I've never like you guys didn't know Ooga Chaka.
I thought he was talking
Seahorse
about
seashell
Houdin.
party.
Did we not talk about Ooga Chaka?
I know Ooga Chaka.
You weren't
I
here.
thought-
You weren't here. I think that was the podcast we did. One of the
Maybe.
2 episodes ago. The
I didn't know what
title
the meme
of the
was.
episode is Ooga Chaka because you guys didn't know it.
When you said "not my problem," I definitely thought you were going with the Asian guy from The Hangover. Not my problem.
I
thought that's what
when
you
I
were
was
talking
younger
about.
watching YouTube videos, it was like Terry Tate, Office Linebacker.
You're young, dude.
That's the shit I was watching.
Ooga Chaka was like the original, it was the original viral video, and people didn't spread it on YouTube. They spread it in email chains. It was like a little baby, 3D modeled baby that was like dancing, like Ooga Chaka, Ooga Chaka. You know,
I can't
stop this feeling. You know, that's the Ooga Chaka.
I know the
Dude,
songs.
that's one of my girl's
That's
favorite
crazy.
songs right now.
Yeah, it's a good
amazing.
one. It's a good one.
Um,
Oh, you want to do your
Family
story
Guy.
now?
All right, let's hear about it.
So he started daycare. Obviously daycare is crazy starting. It's a big transition, all that stuff. He got through his first week, and he just started to not look good. He already has allergies. So pollen was crazy.
Oh, I still have allergies.
And
man.
then
For over a
it just
month.
got worse and worse. And so by the time the weekend rolled around, my wife is working, so I'm just with him, and he's just miserable. And he's starting to do like the fevers and all that. So I'm like, all right, this isn't going well. Started doing a little bit of like Tylenol, ibuprofen, all that stuff, and it just was getting worse and worse. He had phlegm all over the place. So took him to the pediatrician. He looked him up, and he's like, no, his ears look great. His chest sounds good. Just keep doing what you're doing. Try to break the fevers, and I'm not gonna put him on anything because it's all fine. So
He had a fever when you were in there.
yeah,
What was that?
It was down because we had given him the medicine.
Oh,
But
okay.
So
Did you listen to the directions on the back of the medicine or no? You just like take those with a grain of salt.
Just hand him the bottle. Said, "Here, drink this, kid."
Just take this. Here's some ibuprofen.
Cheers.
As many as you think.
But he's sleeping like shit, doing all. So it got worse. So the next day I go back to work. After I go to see the doctor on Sunday, and then Monday I go back to work, and Tiff's like, he's doing terrible. So she takes him back to the doctor on Monday, and then he's like, yeah, it's not as good anymore. Now he's got an ear infection.
Oh wow.
So then he put him on antibiotics, and he had to do 10 days of antibiotics, which comes with the gnarliest shits on the face of the earth.
Yeah.
I don't know. Norovirus came with some pretty gnarly shits, dude.
Yeah, dude.
That's true. I guess not gnarly, just like disgusting.
Buffalo
when you
Wild
guys take-
Wings
when you guys
have
take-
some gnarly shits too.
When you guys take antibiotics, do you do the full cycle or do you just go, I'm feeling fine, I'm done?
At a certain point, I'm like, I'm good.
Apparently that's bad to do because
It
your
is.
body hasn't fully fought it. So,
Yeah.
so like then your body becomes like resistant to that. But I do the same thing. I'm like, I'm feeling good. I don't need to take this crap. I don't want this.
A lot
We
of
did the
times,
full 10 days.
But Megan is so good at like, he's taking the whole thing. Like, do it. And I'm like, he's fine. She's like, all the medical stuff. And it
Yeah.
goes right over my head. And I'm like, all right, whatever you say. I'll do whatever you say.
Yeah.
a lot of times when you're feeling shitty, it's easy to remember to take the medicine. It's like, oh, I still feel like shit. I got to keep taking this medicine. But like once I feel better, so it's like a 10-day cycle. Usually it'll take me like, 12, 13, 14 days because I'm like, I've been feeling better. So I stopped taking it. Like, oh, fuck, I didn't finish those. And I would like, and then it's like you're supposed to take 2 a day. And I might take 1 in the morning because I remember. And then I don't take the second one at night. And like,
Yeah.
So it takes longer to finish. But
Yeah. Like
that's not good.
My doctor had me on B12 and vitamin D, and I took it like regularly, and then I was like, I missed a day, and then like I miss a week, and then I'm like, I'm not taking this anymore.
Yeah.
It's like too much.
We
work.
started adding we've got this like little vitamin juice thing that we add a little bit into his water at night. Just give him an extra bump of vitamins.
Yeah.
Tastes like fruit punch. It actually tastes really good. But yeah, so he got over it. I mean, it was rough. He had 104 fever for like 3
Whoa.
days, like 103, 104. It was like, and then the day that Tiff took him to the doctor, it was like even the medicine, like the Tylenol and the ibuprofen, were not breaking the fever.
Wow.
It was
Dang.
fucking scary.
Have you guys ever had a fever that like is so intense that you think the whole world is ending? You ever had that?
Yeah.
I've had a headache like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
Like,
called
I've
a
had-
stroke.
When I was a kid, I remember getting such bad like fevers, and like my mom's still sending me to school. Like I never miss school, and I'd be like in the classroom, like sitting there, and like you get like tunnel vision, and I would feel like this impending doom, like the whole world all around me outside of this classroom is like all like the whole world is ending right now. And that was like a feeling that I had as like an 8-year-old child.
That impending doom thing is actually like a real thing. Like when before I started doing anesthesia, I was just working in an ER, and that's one of the things they look for. Like if patients come in and they just do this, like, I don't know, I just feel like I'm gonna die. Like it's just like that impending doom thing. They're like, you're going to the front of the line because it's like your body just tells you when something's really wrong. It's usually like a pulmonary embolism, like blood clot, or like something like that. And it's you almost always when someone actually comes and you see it and they got that, something's very wrong with them.
I had it.
It's pretty crazy.
I had a.
well, good to know. If I don't want to wait long in the hospital, I just tell them I feel like I'm going to die.
Don't do that.
I had
Don't do that.
All right.
I had
good
like
to know. Thanks, Doc.
I had like really bad stomach cramps and like bad diarrhea that like like right before you get it, it's like really hurts like really bad. And I had to go sit down in the toilet, and I had a vasovagal response, which is like your vision blurs and like your whatever.
Also known as passing out.
I was like about to pass out, but I didn't pass out. All I
you
got.
had to shit really bad. You almost passed out.
Yeah, it hurt so. I was like, I was
God.
in pain, and my body was like processing it and like trying to whatever. And it was like in the middle of the night. It was like 3 a.m. or something. So like I'm also like sleepy, but I had the impending doom. So I'm sitting on the toilet, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm literally the thought was not I might die. The thought was I am dying right now. I'm dying.
Your heart rate drops.
it's over.
Which
It's
drops your blood pressure and you pass out.
Right. And like so like my vision's going.
Wow.
As my vision's going, my body's having the response of I'm about to die. and there's nothing you can do. Like I couldn't talk. I was just like, okay, I'm dying, and I'm dying. Here it goes. It's over. My whole life's over. As that's happening, and it's like, but the realist. It's not like it was it wasn't a might die. It was absolutely, I was gonna die. I was convinced that was it. That was the end of my life right there. I'm so convinced that like I might have died there, and this is just a simulation.
Yeah.
Well, that's a guarantee. This is a simulation.
That's how convincing the feeling is of having that vasovagal response while you're taking a dump. I'm like, Elvis Presley, here it goes. Elvis Presley dying on a
and
toilet.
then eventually, like, you woke up because the smell of your shit.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that viral video sitting on a toilet?
Yeah,
on a toilet.
I do remember that one. Sitting on a toilet.
Now I got a flush.
Yeah, I do remember that one.
That was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so funny how he transitions back to
Carl,
his story.
But your transitions are
Okay, back to me.
Well, I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to. But so the weird thing about this whole illness and everything was it was like it just like flicked some shit in his brain, and it's like he got through the illness and he like leveled up at the same time. It's like he, while being sick towards the tail end, started walking.
Oh shit! Really?
Nice.
Yeah, he can.
Hey.
He's. I've seen him take like 6 steps before falling.
Wow.
Yeah, like he's not like
Right,
walking
right,
like they're
right,
walking,
right.
but he's walking.
Wasn't that
Walker
your
Texas Ranger
first
Walker.
update?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's all a process.
I mean, I guess. Yeah.
He started
I see
like
where you're
he
coming
was
from.
never like he never would like grab like sippy cups and stuff. He would like just put his face down to it. All of a sudden, like one day he just like and puts it up to his mouth and just starts sucking on it. I'm like, what is happening here? Like, so he does both those things, and then what was the other one?
He reads the paper every morning now.
Yeah.
has a coffee.
Ma, cup of OJ.
Picks up the
Coffee
dog.
with a little
Picks up the
Kahlua.
dog poop in the backyard now.
Yeah.
Good. Good boy.
But it's just so crazy. He's just doing all those things just like that. Like after getting sick, it's just the weirdest thing. The other big thing that we started
the
doing.
the fight or flight.
Do your parents read the newspaper still?
My dad does.
I think my
Every
parents
day.
still read the newspaper.
No,
I'm pretty sure my mom gets the newspaper still.
I remember as a kid, like you'd wake up and like your parents would be reading the newspaper at the kitchen table. That was like kind of a
Oh
thing.
yeah, it was like spread out all over the table.
Right.
Do you get that Pana Vidra newspaper delivered to your house?
I don't know how to get rid of it.
Me either, dude. I was
God.
looking the other day. I'm like, how do I get rid of it? Because and not only that, it only comes every 3 months.
I get
It just like randomly shows up on my driveway.
I get
It's,
a
like,
restoration
ridiculous.
hardware magazine that's like thicker than a textbook
Oh yeah.
in the mail.
Like a phone book.
yeah.
It's like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Why are you sending me this?
Did you shop there? Did you? Get
I've
your
never
furniture?
shopped there my whole life. And like I get one, it's like to the my residence. It's like to the. It doesn't
They
know
just
my
say
name.
everybody.
It just says-
Everybody that lives on Roscoe.
It's like Roscoe-
Probably shopping at. Probably shopping at
you
RH.
get restoration hardware.
Yeah.
It's like I'm like, what
And
is
money pages.
Have you guys ever been to the restaurant up there?
Up where?
Yes.
Restoration
Actually.
Hardware.
Where's
Yes.
that?
Oh
Oh,
no,
the
no,
town
no,
center.
no.
I have. It's extremely overrated.
Yeah, it wasn't that good, and it was like it was
Crazy
Is
expensive.
it overrated for a gas station or for
It's overrated for food in
for a
general.
furniture store?
It was. It was.
I
like-
would rather go to Dailies.
I remember it being just okay, but what I remember the most was that it's like all glass. It was hot as fuck in there.
It's also
It was like it was like a greenhouse, like
Yeah.
just fucking sauna in there.
it's also like $19 for a cheeseburger.
That's silly.
Yeah, it was not. It was not cheap.
Yeah.
It was not cheap.
Um,
Wild.
The other thing that we started doing, we were just like, fuck it, let's give it a go. We finally just started letting him cry when he's in bed, like in the crib trying to sleep, and he's like waking
Yeah.
up. We just finally said, you know what? Let's see what happens. And it sucks for especially when we first started. It sucked for like because he would cry for like 10, 15 minutes, and then he would just go to sleep.
Yeah.
So fuck the people that like got it in our heads. It's like, oh,
Who?
when you let them cry,
Who?
they don't go to sleep. They just pass out. Like because
What?
they're so- oh, this was a big thing. Like
There's
there's videos,
What? Who says that?
like children's psychologists and stuff like that on the internet and everything. They're like, you should not let your kids cry when they're in bed because they don't just they don't put themselves to sleep. They just they give up and they pass out.
They run out of breath and they
Fuck you
die.
guys.
They have vasovagal responses.
I used to be, the cry it out thing. Janie used to hate it, and she'd be like, "I can't sit here and just listen to that kid cry."
Those kids.
And I was really
also
good
don't
at
have kids.
taking the little monitor and just turning the volume down and be like, "Oh, she must have stopped."
Smart man.
Did she stop crying? I think so. I think
Like
I don't
those
hear it.
those kid psychologists don't have kids. And it's
But see,
like-
here's the thing.
No,
the
but
way that I
there's a-
know that
there's-
that's fake, the way that I know that that's fake is, yeah, the first time that we did it, because he was so used to us going in there, he cried for like 15 minutes. And then this whole week, the longer we've been doing it, now it's like 2 minutes.
yeah.
What
once
happens
he
is-
realizes you ain't coming.
But see, those
I'll
Right.
go in there once and
Right.
I'll be like, I'll put the biggie bag in his mouth, be like, come on,
the
you gotta go to
same
bed.
the same
And then
child
if he goes back up,
psychologists
it's like,
will
no.
say you're reinforcing the behavior by like they'll play both sides.
Yeah.
They'll say, "Oh, you're reinforcing the behavior." It's like when your child is screaming bloody murder versus going, "I don't want to sleep. I don't want to sleep." Like doing that kind of stuff. That's a totally different thing.
Yeah.
If you said that they're screaming bloody murder and then you just leave
So-
them to scream bloody murder,
Correct.
they might
Yeah.
pass out if they're like screaming like crazy. That's a whole different animal. But it's like usually they're just whining because they're like, I'm not ready for bed right this second.
Yeah.
Right.
So come in here because I'm not ready right now. No, you got to learn that you'll be ready. You can.
Or
And so
it's-
like with Ivy now,
Yeah.
it's a lot of wow, wow, wow. But then eventually he stops and then he just kind of lays there with his eyes open and he rolls a little bit and then he just falls. And then it's like you go to sleep.
Also, with this age, it's also just like, I'm slightly uncomfortable. So I'm
Yeah.
going to make it
Yeah,
everybody
it's- but
else's
it's-
problem.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
like
he
it's-
literally
it's
just like
slightly
puts his
uncomfortable.
face down and he's like,
Yeah.
I'm good now.
It's slightly uncomfortable. It's they're used to you being there when they actually fall asleep, and like now you're just like setting them down and walking away. Like it's a bunch of different things, man. But it's like
It's a shit transition. Like
It-
when
yeah,
you
like
first decide to do it, you feel terrible.
yeah,
But you're like,
the first couple of times. But like to Trey's point, like so like when we all got sick the one time when I had to like miss an episode, and I was telling the story about like how Blake like threw up in her crib, and like I didn't even realize it. I realized it because at 4:30 in the morning, she woke up screaming, and it was a different audible noise.
Yeah.
right.
You know what I mean? Than
Yeah.
just like, dad, mama, whatever it is. It was like,
Yeah.
it was a different audible noise that I heard. And I said, holy shit, I need to go figure out what the hell's going on.
You know what's crazy? Ivy has like peed the bed. Like his diaper will shift and he'll pee the bed. He never wakes up and cries or cares. And in the morning, we'll go in at 10 a.m. and we're like, "Oh, did you pee the bed?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm wet." Were you gonna tell us? You're just gonna lay like in your pee bed like all morning? Like, what's going? He like doesn't care at all. He's
Yeah.
like completely unfazed. He's slept through like vomit. He's like vomited in the bed like when he's sick. And then you go in the next morning, you're like, "Oh my god, buddy!" And
Yeah.
he's like, "I threw up." And like he'll freak out when he sees it in the morning, but like he doesn't like say anything all night.
Yeah.
Like he'll pee the bed, doesn't care. He'll throw up, he doesn't care. He's like he's just like I'm chilling.
I've gone in there with like blowouts, like Kennedy's had blowouts at night, and it's like
Really?
there's poop in this bed. You just been sleeping all night.
Ivy's never pooped the bed. You
Ke-
had poop in the bed
Kennedy's pooped in her diaper and it leaks out. Yeah.
and onto the sheets and stuff.
Oh, it's leaked. Yeah,
I mean,
it's leaked
Abs
out.
wow.
Abs has probably pooped the bed before.
I don't think I've ever.
Have you ever? shit
No,
the
that
bed?
was the dog.
That was a dog.
Dog
The
pooped
dog-
my bed.
Dog shit my pants.
The dog pissed on my pants in the corner of the room.
No, this
so
is
weird.
This episode, if anybody's watching this episode for the first time, we're kind of hitting all the high notes. Gas station food, shit in the bed, couple of baby things, make fun of Cardwell a bunch. I mean, this is like kind of on brand, huh?
Dude, you suck. You suck.
I was
man.
watching him about to hit the iPad. I thought he was about to switch the camera just so he could go, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's I mean, that's honestly the majority of it. He's gone back to daycare this week. He was out for an entire week.
Did you still have to pay?
Fuck yeah! I'm
What
still
a
to
fucking
pay.
scam
Dude,
daycare
I
is,
was-
bro.
I was telling
That's the
him-
one thing. We
Yeah.
talked about the daycare stuff last week with you, off the cameras. But the one nice part about not having a daycare is when they don't go to daycare, you don't pay.
I was telling Cardwell I saw a thing the other day, and it was like, man, like you don't realize that like daycare is like really expensive. And then when you factor in that every other week your kid's going to get sick and have to stay home, it's really, really, really fucking expensive.
Yep.
Nothing's worse. Like you can't go to work, you don't get paid, right? And then, well, I mean, you get paid time off. You know what I'm saying? You don't go to work, but you also got to pay to not be able to go to work. You're like, fuck, this
And it's even worse.
Scam.
It's even worse
scam.
if you think of it as like,
does feel like a scam.
vacation time. Like if you're off work and you think of it as vacation time, you're like, this is very much not a fucking vacation.
And then your boss will go like, "You've taken a lot of vacation." You're like, "Fuck, no, I have not."
Man, you've already used 10 vacation days this year. It's only March. It's like,
where are you going? You
I've
going to
gone
to Punta Cana again? No, my kid's pooping his pantsa again. Please leave me alone. Pooping a lotta.
But it's. I don't even know where I was going with that. I was gonna start saying something.
Say something. You just look like you feel like you're.
Say something.
It's more of an emotion that you're feeling than anything.
First thing that comes to your mind, go.
It was picture day today.
Let's play.
Nice.
Let's do a word association.
Yeah.
We'll do a word association.
You
Ready?
should. This is his first picture day ever.
First picture day, yeah.
It'd be really tough. 'Cause
Start now, but dress him in the same outfit.
Well, I was about to say. I was about to say the same thing, but it'd be really tough because, like, I would assume he'd be a little bit bigger as a senior in high school than he is right now.
Yeah.
Wearing the same shirt.
Not the same shirt, but like the same style shirt. You can definitely find like the same style.
No,
shirt.
it'd be way funnier if he was
threw him
wearing
a
the
button
same
down.
shirt.
Same
as
exact
when he
shirt.
was 1 year old. I've done that. I've done that every year since started teaching. This is my 5th year.
That's like that yearbook guy that he does.
Yeah.
Like the
It was
brown.
like 40 straight years. He wore
I'm
the same
there.
thing.
I'm there. I've done 5 years in a row. I have literally a shirt hanging in my closet that I only wear one day a year. It's only picture day shirt.
And what if you don't fit into it?
What's the outfit? What's the outfit?
Oh, it's only top, right? It's chest up.
What,
So
if you don't? What if it doesn't? fit
So
the
that's
shirt?
all you go to school in?
right. So
No,
it's
you don't get it. It's picture day.
No, it's like what's that? It's like the Will Ferrell Saturday Night Live skit, the 4th of July. He wears the fucking American flag Speedo.
You just
Yeah, that's why-
Are you just Donald ducking it over there?
Yeah.
It'd be funny if you wore like a Seinfeld puffy shirt kind of shirt, like some sort of like really like a Shakespearean kind of shirt. That would be really fun.
No, I had a plan. Like when I first started teaching, like I got hired as a teacher, and that was like, I didn't think about what am I going to teach, how am I going to teach, teaching styles. I didn't think about any of that. And my first thing I thought of was, what shirt am I going to wear every year for the rest of my life on picture day?
I think you're lying. I think the first thing you thought of is I get every summer off. Yeah.
And
when's-
spring break
when's
and
spring
Christmas
break?
and Thanksgiving.
When's spring break? No, but that was, and then I didn't know it was picture day the first time I went, and that was the shirt I was wearing. And I was
You
like,
should do
well, fuck, this is my
what you
school
should
picture
really
day.
do is the Jimmy Butler for like the team photos every year. Just like have a completely different look. Like go emo one year.
No, that wouldn't work. It's going to be the same.
Early on in your teaching career, you made a very controversial statement that teachers are.
No, not all teachers. Not all teachers. I, as a teacher, let's not put words in.
Okay, do you want to? Okay, I won't put words in your mouth.
adequately paid.
My
and
words
underworked.
exactly were me as a teacher was very appropriately paid for the
I
amount
thought you
of
said
work I
you
was doing.
are. I thought you said you are overpaid and underworked. I thought was that what
No,
your
you
statement?
said.
I thought I said
teachers.
appropriate. No, I did not.
No, he said overpaid and underworked.
Maybe I said no. I definitely didn't say underworked. But I think I said very appropriately paid. While most teachers claim that they are underpaid and overworked, I at the time of being a new teacher was very appropriately paid for the work I was doing.
I might have to find the.
But
receipts.
that was coming from working in minor league baseball, where you are literally overworked and underpaid.
Well, that was also going to being a math teacher. What about now that you're a PE teacher?
Dude, you know what? And a lot of people go, "You're so smart going to PE, man." So it's not easy. It's just
Bigger
it's
class.
You still get it.
It's different.
Okay,
It's different.
Is it harder or easier than being a math teacher?
I think it has different headaches, but I prefer the headaches in the gym versus in the classroom.
Bitch, you weren't shooting with me in the gym.
So while I think that on a scale of difficulty they are both fairly even, I prefer the difficulties of the PE teacher over the difficulties of the math teacher.
So you
Right.
so you
Would
would
be
say
shooting
that
in the
you
gym.
are.
It's a lot easier to grade.
So what are the
push-ups.
what are the difficulties, right? In both areas, right? I've passed the test. I've done all that stuff. Like I know the material. So the content is not difficult on either level,
Right.
because I know the content in math. I know the content in PE, right? None of that is difficult. It's the what were the headaches in the math? It's
Math.
grading papers. A ton of like IEP and 504 meetings that I have to go to all the time, like, for like students with not students with disabilities, but like individual education plans. That's what an IEP is, right? And so you have to like know all these kids' accommodations, right? So you have 150 students, and they all have different accommodations. Where it's like, oh, this one you got to read. You have to read the questions too. This one gets time and a half. This one gets so it's like that kind of stuff you have to deal with. Now they have that in PE also, right? Their accommodations stretch across all their classes, but you're not giving them time and a half to make a layup. You know what I mean? It's not. It's like you make the layup. Right. We'll try again tomorrow. You know what I mean? Because we'll do layups again another day. So it's like it's not.
Do they have to make a layup to pass your class?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. But you know what I mean. But that's
but
like
if you can't make a fucking layup.
But it's like grading papers. I hated grading papers.
Right.
I grade no papers in PE.
Right.
That part's great. I don't really go, like, when you go to these IEP meetings and stuff like that, they want feedback from the core.
So
teachers.
which part is harder about being a teacher?
The class sizes are triple the size. So I was going from classes of 20 in math to classes of 60. Obviously the weather is a factor now of like, I put this whole plan together if we're going to do a flag football tournament, right? And it fucking rains. And now that I got to, you got to be quick on your feet of coming up with alternative plans and stuff like that. The other part that's pretty difficult is all the people that are not PE teachers are like, it's just PE.
Yeah.
And you're like, and so like, it's really funny because like when I was teaching math, I used to be like, kids would be like, why the fuck do I need to know the Pythagorean theorem? And I'm like, okay, well, like one day you might be like, putting Christmas lights on your house and you've got a ladder, but you've got a big bush that you have to get the ladder. The ladder has to be long enough to reach over it. So like you use the Pythagorean theorem, right? How high is the roof? How far out does the bush go? You can use a squared plus b squared equals c squared to figure out how long that ladder needs to be. And they go, well, why can't we just lean the ladder up against the house and see if it works? Like you could do that. So you could certainly do that.
Pythagorean wouldn't like that.
Right. Pythagoras.
The Pythagorean theorem, there was something in golf about this literally like last week, like at TPC. It was one of the golfers. I don't remember who it was, but like somebody had asked the caddy, like, dude, what were you guys doing when they were on like hole 16 trying to like figure something out? He goes, we were doing the Pythagorean theorem. He goes, what?
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, no, they were literally like trying to figure out would his shot at the apex of how high his ball flight is, was it going to be high enough to get over a tree to reach a green?
Yeah.
Like they were literally doing like scratching math problems down.
Well, you got to know how far away it hits its peak. Like you have to know a lot more.
Yeah, like he had to know how far away, but like he knew the yardage to the tree. So like he was trying to figure out.
That's a cooler example than hanging Christmas lights.
Right, but it's like I'm sitting there. I didn't.
You can use that one in your gym class.
But yes, there is reasons to do math.
But now, as a PE teacher, I tell the kids, you don't need fucking math. You don't need it.
You need math more than you need to know how to do.
Yeah, you do, bro.
Last
time I checked, 3's worth more than 2.
Brother,
no,
you need math.
Listen,
you need math 10 times more than you need.
I tell the kids now. Listen, the math that you're learning right now, you might never use it ever in your whole entire life. But this heart that pumps blood to your whole body, you need that to be alive.
Brother, you're saying that you don't need math like algebra?
I'm not saying you don't need math at all. I'm saying that everything you learn in the math class is not necessary.
Yeah, but you're teaching what grade math? 7th grade math?
It was 8th grade math.
I would argue that the only math you do need is that math. You don't need math after that.
No, I don't think you need. There's a lot of stuff.
Linear equations.
You don't need to know linear. Yeah.
Why? You should know linear equations.
Why?
That's why you guys don't get it. You guys don't get it.
Tell me when was the last time you used y equals mx plus b? Last time you found the slope of a line.
Fantasy football.
What?
Exactly.
When was the last time you won the
I
league?
did linear equations. When was the last time you won the league?
It's the same question.
Never.
But I'm just saying, maybe you should do something different because it's not working.
I've won 10 games in the regular season 3 years in a row, so it is working.
And got no championships, so it ain't working.
Luck of the draw.
Oh, now it's luck. There's no luck.
A minute ago it was math.
Yeah, there's no luck in math.
That's how you win 30 games in 3 years.
There's no luck in math.
There's no.
It's either right or wrong.
Linear. You said when of the last time I used linear equations? I said fantasy football.
Yeah, but
that's a ridiculous statement.
I don't think you.
I did.
But in what way?
That's what you should know. You're a math teacher.
Yeah, but I don't understand in what context you're using
regressing to the mean, bro.
Optimizing for
slope and y-intercept.
This guy's making fun of his own subject that he taught.
Y equals mx plus b. No, I'm just asking in a fantasy football. How does it relate?
It's a linear equation because you're creating linear equations and you're trying to optimize the value.
He's trying to find peak production versus age.
Right.
I get
it's not peak production versus age, but it's salary versus expected points in a salary cap.
But anyway, your health is more important than the math.
But you don't.
That's where I'm getting at now.
But you don't need to know how to do a layup.
No, I don't think you need to know how to do a layup.
But that's what you're teaching.
No, he's teaching him to be active.
Active lifestyles.
Okay, but math is.
I'm teaching you a plethora of ways to have an active lifestyle. It could be doing layups.
You're teaching.
It could be playing disc golf.
In math, you're teaching a plethora of ways to what?
Right now, I'm thinking of a plethora of ways to kill myself.
What? Oh, sorry.
Dude, you need to go first in the line in the waiting room at the hospital.
This guy's vasovagaling right now.
Dude, that's crazy.
Do you have to diarrhea?
That was so much math. That was entirely too much
But
math.
don't get me wrong. I love math. And don't get me wrong. In my class, we keep fucking score.
How many digits of pi do you know?
3.14159265. I think that's
You got it.
I think
that's as many as I know.
I think that's as far as I go.
I think that's what anybody learns.
But I used to when we talked about pi.
I thought we were talking like apple or pumpkin.
How many digits? I didn't know there was a digit in it.
Yeah, pi. It's what is it? It's the.
I got 5 digits in that pie. Maybe.
Took my strong hand.
Suck my unit.
What is it? It's pi is like the circumference of a circle divided by the radius or diameter or something like that.
Pi r round.
Right.
Something like that. Don't get me wrong. I love math, man. I love talking about math.
Speaking of math,
I think I am going to have to go back to math eventually because I'm going to eventually transfer schools to get Kennedy in the schools that I wanted to go to.
Nice.
And math jobs are a lot easier to get than PE jobs.
Speaking of math, I looked at my Pokemon Go the other day. Big Pokemon Go guy. I saw that I have walked 5,200 miles on that app.
Because I will walk 500 miles.
And I will walk
5,000. Is it all? Hold on.
5,200 miles.
Is it always tracking?
Bro,
you
you've walked half the distance to the equator.
1/5. Yeah. You need to go back to math.
No, you said 11,000.
5,000 miles, 25,000 miles.
25. I thought you said 11,000.
20%. If you did that 20 more times, you could walk around the whole world.
Math guy.
That's not your thing. You're more of a meth guy.
Does it? Nice. Does it track your steps even like when you're not like looking at it?
Yeah.
So you've just walked 5,000 miles since downloading the app?
Yeah.
Was that it? Just 5,000 in how long?
5,200 miles in.
Let's see if this is actually impressive or not.
That'd be 2017.
So almost 10 years.
So let's call
8
it.
years.
Let's call it 8
8
years.
years.
And so what did you say? 5,000.
But I didn't. It wasn't always
so
like.
So
you have to
a
sync
year?
it. You have to sync it to make it do like the always use your location. I haven't had that on for a while because it drains your battery too
Let's
fast.
call it like 6. Yeah, let's do some math here, bro. Let's see if this is actually impressive.
Yeah, let's do 6 years because there's probably been a few years.
Okay, call it 6.
5,200.
So it's 900.
Let's say 5,300.
900 miles a year.
Divided by 7 years. What did we say?
6.
6 years divided by 6 years.
2017. That'd be 8 years.
Yeah, but I haven't had the. I turned off the always when like now it's only on when you use the app.
Let's do 6 years
because it makes the battery go down.
Okay,
So
divided by 6 years.
So 900 miles.
883 miles a year.
Divided by 365.
2 miles a day.
2 miles a day.
2.4.
You walk 2 miles a day.
That's not that impressive.
Every day you walk 2 miles.
I'm in my car for 6 hours.
I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed by that for 1 second.
I think that's pretty.
You know what? When you say 5,000, when you say 5,200, you're like, man, fuck, that's like 1/5 the way around the world.
We didn't account for leap years.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I think I've had that. Always
I'm actually
allow
not.
Off.
I'm actually unimpressed.
I think I've had that always allow off for quite a while, actually.
Oh, now you do.
Yeah.
I bet you do now. Oh, because you think it's only been 5,000 miles in 1 year. You're like, oh no, it's probably
No,
it probably wasn't
probably a
6
year and a
years. It's
half.
probably
How
like
many-
one.
How many miles is 10,000 steps? Is that even 2 miles? Is that? I feel like that's not. I feel like 2
I mean,
miles
if a
is
step
sure.
if a step is a yard, right? You're just gonna say that the average step is a yard. 1 mile is 1,780 yards. So
no,
10.
1,720, I think, right? What-
So 10,000
10,000 steps is approximately equivalent to 5 miles.
So you're.
So you're
Oh,
saying-
this is way off.
So you're,
So you're rocking.
Hold on.
So you're rocking a crisp 3,500 steps.
wow,
Okay.
man.
I've walked 10,000 steps today.
How many miles have you walked?
How many miles? He takes little babies. Shuffles.
Yeah, what do you run in place?
He's like a grandpa. Like, shuffle, 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 shuffle.
4 miles today.
Okay, so yep, better than
That
average.
app sucks, dude. Fuck
Dude,
Pokemon Go.
you said,
He
all
was
right.
like super pumped about it.
It sounds a lot better when you do 50.
Oh,
Dude,
dude,
when you
5,000
say
miles.
when you say 5,000 miles, I'm like, fuck, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, that app sucks.
I wonder
So
how many
anyways,
miles I did when I'm.
so if you're in the Duval area,
Duval.
Nice.
make sure you check out VooDoo Brew Pub. Get you some empty calories, some of the best beer in Jacksonville, also some of the best food. I had a pickle pizza there the other day. Ooh.
Oh, that looked
Did
good.
you add chicken?
Yeah, I did. Buffalo
good?
sauce.
Oh, really?
So good.
Oh, that sounds good.
Bro, what?
Yeah, it was basically like if you deconstructed a buffalo chicken tender pub sub, and you had lots
Oh,
of
that
pickles
sounds
on
good.
it. It was so good.
And they got those
Um,
thick pickles on there.
The
too.
garlic
Oh,
pickles, yeah.
so good.
And also you can go over to Bierstick and get 20% off your entire order if you use code DADVICE, DADVICE. Also check out our friends over at Bro Coaster, a coaster for bros. The gauntlet is still thrown. If you can beat 2.2, send us in a video on a Bro Coaster. I will personally send you $100 for the first 5 people. Also check out the merch store. The link will be in the episode down below. You can also join the Daddy Club. We've got a little VIP section. We might do Discord or something one day. I don't know. But for now, we'll just call your name out on the podcast, and maybe we'll take a request. We'll talk about something of your choice.
Has anybody done that? Yeah.
Not yet. But maybe if I walk
shocked.
6,000 miles.
In like a day. How many miles should you walk in a year? So we're saying 5,000 in 6 years. That's not very good, but like
1,500,
1,500 miles a year.
maybe more. Yeah, maybe a little bit more.
So what's that? 5 miles. You should be walking about 5 miles a day.
Yeah, 5 miles a day. times
Rest
3.
on
10,000
Sundays.
steps.
Even God rested on Sunday. So
10,000 steps.
why can't we?
Even God rested on Sunday. Why can't we? You should be a philosophizer.
Seriously.